Thank you very much to the IUNS and the bodies that are organizing this great event. Okay. Now, Ghana has no known dietary recommendation. So what happened was that 2 years ago, we developed what we call the food-based dietary guidelines to assist people to reach the appropriate nutritional goals. And when you come to the case of Ghana, stunting at moderate level is 28%, underweight is 14%, overweight, particularly obesity, is 13.3%. It's a country where wasting is about 8%, and when we talk about acutely malnourished, it's about 7% of the population. So with the figures I've given you, Ghana ranks 104 out of 162 countries. That is making a progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, when we come to look at the cost to Ghana in terms of malnutrition, this is about 6.4% of the GDP. This is staggering, quite large. And so it is important that the food-based dietary guideline will give us an idea about what the situation is. Now, we have got 7 core recommendations and 6 complementary recommendations. In the 7 core recommendations, it is encouraged that the population would eat a diverse and varied diet from the 6 food groups every day. That depends on availability, affordability or access. To promote consumption, look at the household, institutions or school meals or public setup. The second recommendation is to eat a variety of fruits every day. What that means is that Ghanaians should try to eat adequate fruits, because we found out that Ghanaians do not eat fruits. And for that reason, the recommendation is to eat at least 2 servings of fruits in a season, that is in season. Now, which fruits? It will be to eat fruits that are in season and as diverse as possible, to choose from various colors, as you can see in the picture to your right. And when they eat, it should be part of a meal or separate as snacks. It is important to wash carefully with potable water, and preferably they should eat the food in its fresh form, because that gives us the opportunity for nutrients to be obtained with the fibers and then to resort to, rather than eat processed foods. Recommendation 3 is to eat a variety of vegetables every day. Now, those vegetables, if possible, should be chosen from the green or other colors. It should be eaten as part of a dish. It's important to wash it carefully with potable water and remove any dirt. For salads, wash it in about 10% of salt solution or lemon juice. As I stated earlier, it's important for it to be eaten fresh or cooked. For the fresh, as in salads, or served with healthy dressing. For cooked, do not overcook it. The 4th recommendation is to eat a variety of legumes, pulses, and nuts every day. And you can see to my right that Ghana has a diverse amount of legumes, pulses, and nuts every day. And it's recommended that we have a good variety of nuts that we can eat from as part of a daily meal. And it's important to dry, soak, or discard the water before cooking it slowly. It's recommended to eat at least 2 servings of the cooked meal. Recommendation 5 is to eat a variety of animal source foods. Ghana is not short of the varieties of foods in terms of fish, crab, and different types of food that is fish, that meat that is available. We have the offals, especially the intestines, the skins, and this can be part of the foods that are eaten. Handling is very important in the sense that it should be thoroughly washed, remove the fat, and then take about half servings of the variety of animal source food every day. It's important to eat healthy fats and seeds in moderation. And that is what we recommend from our food-based dietary guidelines. At least 1 serving of healthy oils every day, but limit the amount of deep frying of foods whenever possible, and choose other cooking methods such as boiling, baking, grilling, smoking over fried foods. Those are preferred. The 7th recommendation is to eat a variety of whole unpolished grains, cereals, and tubers every day. And to my right, you can see that we have a variety of that, a variety of colored roots and tubers, such as orange fledged sweet potato, yellow cassava, purple yam, cocoa yam, white roots, and tubers. And all these are available in the country. How much do we eat? You eat 4 servings of a variety of whole grains or colored tubers and plantain every day. It's important to prioritize parboiled or unpolished rice over polished rice, white rice. We try to discourage people from eating too much of the polished rice. The priorities are for whole grain flour products like brown bread, and also to look at products that are in that category rather than white bread. Now, the complementary recommendations is to eat less frequently foods that are got high in sugar, high in fat, and high in salt. It's important to be physically active and also to read the labels on the foods to get the nutrition information. And that is what we recommend. It's also important to keep food safely and to eat safe foods. We encourage people to drink water regularly and to limit the amount of alcohol. Now, when we come to children between 0 and 5 months, it is recommended that we start breastfeeding early, within 1 hour of delivery. Sadly, Ghana used to have a higher percentage of exclusive breastfeeding of 63%, then it came down to 50%, 51% for quite a long time. In the last 5 years, breastfeeding is at 43%. We are trying every way possible to go back to the original percentage. Exclusive breastfeeding would come about by education. Now, when we look at the dietary guidelines for children between the ages of 6 to 59 months, we are saying that 2 meals of 1 to 2 snacks per day, 3 spoons should increase to 126, 125 meals, or half a bowl of amount of food per meal, and it should be mashed or puree. That is for the ages of 6 to 8 months. For 9 to 11 months, it should be finely chopped, and then from 12 to 24 months, it should be sliced. And that is what is recommended for children between the ages of 6 to 59 months. Now, in terms of the complementary feeding, the variety of fruits, the animal source is what you see. The legumes, you can see on the screen, the fruits and vegetables, of which we have them in abundance, and then the staples are what we have. Now, for older children and adults, the core recommendation is to eat diverse and varied diet from 6 food groups every day. You eat a variety of fruits every day, eat a variety of vegetables every day, legumes, pulses, and nuts every day, animal source foods every day, oils, oilseeds in moderation, and to recommend that we eat a whole unpolished grains and tubers every day. That's for older children and adults. So the same applies to the variety for older children and adults. We look at all of this. Now, before I go off, Ghana is trying to educate its populace. Because of the level of obesity and overweight, it is incumbent on all nutritionists and dietitians to go all out to educate the populace. There is something that we are doing within Africa Catalyzing Actions for Nutrition, to say that good nutrition starts with me, youth initiative. So we have embarked on going to the schools to try and educate them to be aware that good nutrition must start with me first, and then we can broadcast that to the other people within the community. What we are also doing is to try and then work with the media. So the media have been sensitized to try and bring education on their platforms on radio. And every effort is being used, not only from the Ghana Health Service, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, from the universities, to try and propagate this message. So we have individuals, as you can see on my screen, who have worked collaboratively to try to address the nutrition challenge that is affecting our country. And with every effort, we will try and bring down good nutrition among our populace. Thank you for the time and for giving us this opportunity to share Ghana's dietary food-based guidelines. I'm happy to answer any question later on. Thank you.